Today we're going to teach you how to play double solitaire, or as it's commonly known, Nerts. You will need 2 or more players and that many decks of cards. Make sure your decks have different backs. This will be important later. So first we're going to put 13 cards in our stack. Flip up the top card and then put 4 other cards down. That's the setup.
Before the game, we highly advise you to shuffle. If you do not shuffle, your friends may call you a cheater. Once you have shuffled a sufficient amount of times, you will deal out, as explained in the video.
So, your nerd stack is negative points. If you don't get your cards out of your nerd stack, you go backwards that many points. There are 13 cards in your nerd stack. So, one way to do it is stacking, like that. Another way is playing, like this.
Stacking. To stack, you stack like normal solitaire, but if you haven't played normal solitaire, you would stack 1 card higher of the opposite color. You would stack a card lower of the opposite color on there. Once you've stacked, you can move a card off your nerd stack, flip the next one up. Your flip stack, we will be explaining. You flip through your flip stack 3 cards at a time. 1, 2, 3. If the card was to play, we would be able to play it. Then if this one's not stackable or playable, we would go into the next one. You may also stack them, and you would keep flipping through until you have made it to the end. Let's say you made it to the end and only 2 cards. You treat those 2 cards as if they were 3, and you can only play the top face-up card. When the gameplay starts, you must first play an ace, and then you might follow it with the next number of the suit. And if somebody was to beat you like that, the gameplay would just continue.
Scoring. So I told you about the negative cards in your nerd stack. Let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in my nerd stack. So I need to subtract 5 from my total score. Let's sort them out. It's important to have multiple backs to your decks. Otherwise, you can't tell the cards apart. So that's his points. These are my points. His points. Their points. My point. Their point. And then I would count them up. So let's see. I had 4 cards here. So I have negative 1 points. Let's say Susanna had 5 cards in her nerd stack. Then she would have to subtract 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then she would have got 4 points. And let's say he went Nerts. He would have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 points. So he would have won the game. And that's scoring.
And now we will do a demonstration of gameplay. Nerts. And once our player has said Nerts, the game ends, and you would count up your points and subtract what was left in your Nerd stack. That hurt me missing that. Ah! Ah.
Nerts.